So for today's project, I'm not only sharing how to make an easily repeatable project that encompasses multiple uses, allowing me to reach more customers, I'm also talking about the power of selling smalls. So basically small items that are cheap to make, fast to make, costing only $3 or $4 each, that sell for $20 or $30. You don't have to make a $300 fancy coffee table to make money woodworking. Smalls are where it's at. I'm seeing a trend that majority of people are less interested in high quality, exotic wood, fancy projects and turning more towards rustic, functional, economically priced items that I sell. On my website, WhosTheVoss.com, we're this close to 100 projects that you can make with 100% free plans and build tutorials. So after the video, download this project's plans, pick out a few others. Go nuts. Since I have a few kind of gross looking 2x6s now, after pouring our garage edition, I'm going to make some money off of them. First, I just need to clean them up a little, knock off the concrete, give them a quick sanding. At the miter saw, I cut a 15-inch piece. Then I adjust the saw's tilt to 15 degrees and make my initial cut. Without flipping my board, I cut 2 more pieces at 8 inches with that angle. And after returning the tilt to its upright position, cut a piece at about 1 inch so one side has the angle. Now we are going to arrange our pieces like so. These boards here are going to come up to the bottom, and this guy is just a helpful spacer to get everything lined up to perfection. He, with the cut edge, is going to go up against this board here, flush with the side. This board just butts up against him. Perfect. If you guys had a pocket hole jig, you could put 2 pocket holes in the bottom, screw everything together nice and tight. No one's going to see them underneath. If you want to go with dowels and or just regular screws, and you're putting them in the top, I'd be careful as where you put them, because if I drive a screw into here, it's going to possibly crack that out. It's not going to be as strong as if I had moved it down, just so it hits that meat of the board. And I don't need to put a line all the way down. I'm going to just go 1.5 inches. I'm going to go 1.25 inches into the project, down at this end. Scooting him up so it's easy. 1.25 inches. And then I'm going to drill those out with the Forstner bit. Again, just about a 3/8 of an inch down. Add a little wood glue. Hold everything nice and tight. Screw it into place. No, something's wrong. Where are the plans? And lastly, what I like to do, set the miter saw over to 15 degrees. Get a nice little cut like so. And then line a 2x4 up. If you wanted to rip down a 2x6, that's all you got. Get her done. I don't like them at the top. I kind of like them just about a 1/2 inch down. I don't know why. Find out where you want it. Swink. Get your line. And then cut it. Why did the miter saw even go that direction? And with this piece, you're just going to center it in the bottom of the stool. Make sure it's straight. Make sure it's good. Take your hammer. Give her a couple little light taps just to secure everything into place. Maybe sand it. Put 2 more screws in each side just so the legs don't want to kick out. It's not really important for it to be up in this top section because the legs are going to kick out. You got yourself a little tiny stool. And ever since I said hold on when I was holding on to these to drill that out, the song Hold On by the Jonas Brothers came back into my brain. Hold on! Like they're trying to pass a bowel movement. Hey, they're the professional singers, not me, so who's the one really laughing? Probably they've got a lot of money. Add some stain and these babies pop. Let's see all the uses you could use a little stool for. A plant stand. Step for kids in the bathroom. Squatting potty for adults. Look it up. Stool and step for cleaning the car. Stool and step for whatever kids are doing these days. Little seat for pulling weeds. And the possibility for customization is endless. You can make them out of 2x8, 10, or 12 material, make them a little wider, a little more sturdy. You can make them longer. You can make them with a 15-degree angle cut on the top instead of leaving them flush like this guy is. It's kind of a look thing. And lastly, you can paint or stain them to make them really stand out. This is the same board. This guy I left a little distressed from having that concrete on it, so it has some nice grays. You can also use a weathering stain or leave your boards out in the sun for a while so they begin to fade out. Put a darker stain on them. That's a nice look. People will buy both, and not all your customers want one or the other. Having a little bit of a variety kind of makes your table or booth stand out. I'll put these out at my selling booth for 15 bucks each. Might get haggled down to 10 bucks, but these are just pieces of lumber I was going to burn because they're from making concrete forms. And honestly, if I can make a little money off of them, cool, for it only being a $5, $6 board to start with. And even these skinnier 2x6 ones are still pretty sturdy. Free plans available. Thanks for watching. A couple other videos, you might click on them, might just start playing one automatically, if you're cool. See ya.